It's Spokies University with Lorraine Schuchart of Prosper for Purpose.
Hi, I'm Doug Simon from DS Simon Media. My guest is Lorraine Schuchart. She is the board president of PRSA Cleveland and the founder and CEO of the agency Prosper for Purpose. Welcome to the video blog and thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Doug. Thanks for the invitation.
Great. Now you've had a chance to look through some of the materials about the Spokies. What were some of your takeaways?
I think that there's a real need for us as public relations practitioners to be intentional about promoting our profession and holding it up. Because if we're not controlling the message, then other people are taking it, from TV shows to the media in general, and we need to hold ourselves to higher standards.
Yeah, and you make a great point about authenticity, because one of the things that we've found is that an in-house spokesperson representing an organization is so much more authentic. Even media prefers to interview them than they do a third-party, quote, expert, if you will. And so the idea of actually awarding the in-house spokespeople and the PR people who work with them makes a lot of sense.
I couldn't agree more. We typically train our clients to be their own spokespeople. I prefer to stay behind the scenes to give the clients the confidence and the tools that they need, and then to let them loose.
Great. No, that makes a lot of sense. What are some tips and guidance? You mentioned you train them. What are some tips and guidance that you share for best practices for them to be the most effective spokesperson representing their organization?
Well, I think that authenticity is first and foremost, to always tell the truth, to have messages, to stay on point, to role play. So one of the things that we do with our clients is start with, tell me the questions you don't want to be asked. And we kind of talk about what the response should be to be truthful, but also to be able to share the information as to where it is at that point. And sometimes people have to go forward and talk with the media before they have all the information they need. And that's okay. Giving some information and enough information to let people know where you are, especially in a crisis situation, and let them know that you're still gathering information and when you'll be back with an update.
Yeah, what are some tips you might have that are common mistakes and how to avoid them?
I think mistakes are letting the media control you too much. So there's certain things, especially on television, that we've trained people to do. And I think, you don't want to give over your power. And that's not to say that you're not being authentic, but just because the media keeps pounding you with the same question asked 5 different ways doesn't mean that you have to answer it if you don't really know the answer. So we don't want people to be forced into saying something when sometimes the best response is, I really don't have the information to answer that question at this time, but I'm happy to get back to you when I do.
Cool, that sounds great. Any final thoughts? And hopefully you're going to be getting your entries together to enter the Spokies on behalf of your clients.
Yeah, absolutely. I think just in general, being able to be very intentional about how we build relationships from the inside out, with our constituents, with our external stakeholders, if you're a nonprofit, with your volunteers, your donors, and the public at large, so that you're always presenting your best self, but that you're always authentic. I think that's what's most important.
Awesome. So Lorraine, thanks so much, and thanks for being with us. Have a great day.
Thanks, you as well.